Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Wednesday night of Formula One here at the Global E Armchair Racing. This is Kenny Lemons. I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight as we launch into our first official season here at Gear. Welcome to everybody who's joining us on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube Live. As always, if I'm too loud or too quiet or however it works, you just let me know in the comments. Try to answer as many comments and questions as I can as we hop on board for some qualifying. So we have a 20-minute qualifying session, and we will start to see some cars come out on the track. So as I was saying, we have a 20-minute qualifying session tonight around the Hungaroring here at Hungary. This will be the first of a 4-race season, the Sprint Wednesday Night Sprint Series. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight. Should be an interesting race. Got some random teams thrown together here, so these guys will not have raced with each other before. Team strategy could play into this tonight. Be interesting to watch. Remember, it was pointed out before the race that the teammates share a pit lane, so it's quite possible that your teammate going in for changing front wing damage could snatch up all your nice fresh tires. So it'll be interesting to watch. I said this is the first official race tonight for the Sprint Series. Still a few places left open and available, so if you want to join us, join Gear. You'll find us at Facebook, Discord, and all of the other places that you find online. So as I familiarize myself with the controls here, you have to bear with me a little bit. This is the first time that I'm sitting in the broadcast booth for Formula One. Should be a good time for all involved. So it looks like so far everybody's going out to set their fast time on some soft tires. That might be a good choice here in Hungary. It's a fairly quick track with some twists and some turns. So who is that coming across there? We are looking at Super Squid 1996. Should be the first guy across the line to set a time. Got a few viewers on Twitch, so thank you everybody for joining. If I want to say hi, I'll try and keep my eye on some of the comments as well. So there we go. Super Squid sets the fastest time so far with a 1:17. We've got Duffman just in behind him with a 1:19. Mind you, set on medium tires. Looks like we've got a Ferrari of RKA in behind him. Looks like RKA's gone up into first place with a 1:16.3. Well done. And who is that coming across the line there? We'll pick up with Robbo here as Duffman sets a time of 1:19. Sorry, that's Love the Mike setting a time of 1:18. Robbo yet to set a time. And who do we have coming in? We've got Kingsley just on his outlap here. First time that we haven't had a practice session before the qualifying, so we're not quite sure what kind of times we'll be looking at, but 1:16 seems to be like the time to beat. We've picked it up with Jay Bowden here, currently sitting in third position on medium tires. Remember, they're predicted to be a little bit slower. little bit harder to switch on and get hot. Doesn't look like he sets a better time. And Super Squid doesn't look like he sets a better time. Got a big clump of cars coming around there. So, a few guys going into the pits. Looks like we've got a yellow in Sector 1 and Sector 3. Got a few times coming across the board. So far, it's Watson's pushed himself up into first place, the 116.250, with 12 and a half minutes remaining in qualifying. Got MB Pitts going into the pit there. Love the mic in the pits as well. We've got Kingsley, MB Pitts' teammate, coming across the line, but failed to set a time. Got a few cars in the pit right now. 6 out of 12 cars in the pit. Oh, while we wait for a few more cars to come across the line, we'll remind everybody who's racing tonight that we will be looking for the pass of the day. So it's one of those things. If you stream your race, cool. Grab some highlights, grab some clips through your Xbox, submit those to Global E Armchair Racing, and you could be chosen as the overtake of the day. Should be pretty cool. Get a few more viewers on Twitch. We'll open it up to maybe a driver of the day, as Robbo is coming across the line and puts himself up into 5th place. Let's hop on board with Kingsley here. He's yet to set a time. He's pretty quick. Run around on these soft tires. Here comes Kingsley. Hits that DRS, and he pushes himself up into 8th position. Well done to Kingsley. Okay, looks like that's a McLaren coming around the bend there. That's the McLaren of Super Squid. Cool name, I love that one. Well, so there we go. It's been out of the broadcast booth for a little bit, for a couple of days now, as we did a little reshuffle, restructure, renovation, as we heard it called. But I tell you, it's nice to be back in the old broadcast chair. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully it's a good race for everybody. Know that in our first season, as we're watching Rob cross the line, it does not better his time. But after there, got is that Cabello? Yeah, here comes Cabello. Cabello yet to set a time, so let's hop on board with Cabello for a little bit. Currently, we have Watson, followed by Super Squid, RKA, Jay Bowden, Bravo, Love the Mike, Kingsley, Duffman, MB Pitts. Yet to set a time as Cabello has, and unfortunately, Kieran Monahan. Looks like he may not make the qualifying today. I'm not sure if he was out on track and had a little bit of a shunt, but doesn't look like he will participate. There goes one of the marker boards. You don't need those. Who knows? Who needs to know when to brake? Not these guys. Professional racers. It's like we've got an off out in Sector 1. It's like it's one of the Red Bulls. Bravo or Love the Mike. Not quite sure what happened there. We are on board with Cabello. Comes out of the final right-hander, hits that DRS. Is he able to set a time? He does, and pushes himself up into 4th position. The 117.5. Well done to Cabello. So we've got a Ferrari coming around the bend. That's RKA, pushes himself up into 1st place. 115.9. Well done. That is a blistering lap by RKA. Fantastic. So we got the MB Pitts coming around here, currently sitting in 10th, qualifying on medium tires. Might be playing into his strategy, see if he can go longer on that first stint. And throw on some soft tires at the end and pick up some points. Hello, Robo Ninja. Thanks for joining. It's good to have you. Can't wait to see you on the track. It's a coming. It's a coming. There we go. It's Super Squid still in third. So we've got RKA, Watson, Super Squid, Cabello, Jay Bowden, Robbo, Love the Mike, Kingsley Duffman, MB Pitts, and has about 720 remaining in qualifying. Pick up with Haz here, as he's the only car left on track yet to set a lap. Let's hop on board with the Haz. Oh, caught a little bit of the grass there. Pushes him wide and into the wall. That looks like that's an end plate of his front wing sitting there on the ground. He'll have to take a trip back to the pits and replace that. See if he can get a time in. Yeah, looks like that's a McLaren of Super Squid. See if he can did not better his time, staying in third. Love the Mike hopping into the pit, maybe thinking twice about those medium tires. We will soon find out. Got RKA sitting in the pit. I think maybe he's just happy with that time. Just don't know. New to the league. It's nice to see a bunch of new faces here tonight. So we're not quite sure how these guys will race. We just don't know. We just don't. Oh, looks like that's Robbo setting a second, a purple second sector. Currently sitting in sixth with a 1:17.8. Doesn't better his time there. Let's pick up with Super Squid. This lap will not count. See if you're watching at home. When the little mini map turns red like that, there's been an off, and the stewards have said this lap will not count. Comes Watson, currently sitting in second place. Sitting at a 1:16.2, and it does not better his time. So with 4 minutes left in qualifying, got look at that, between second and third, between Watson and Super Squid there, we're talking, less than a tenth of a second between these guys. About a half a second in between the top three. Looks like we got a bit of an off, didn't slow anybody down in sector 2. Well done. The trick to this race, and we've all seen it before. Turn number 1. We've got pretty much a drag race down into the first corner, that first sharp right-hander. The drivers will have to have their wits about them, as we know that the race is not won on the first race, but you can certainly lose it. And We have seen that before, in even in the big show, which is I'm excited for this season, for the sprints here. So 3 minutes remaining in qualifying. We have 4 cars sitting in the pit. Still got RKA at the top of the list there. Watson and Super Squid. Looking at the Williams of Cabello. There are teams tonight, so let's have a roll through here. We'll look at some of that stuff. Super Squid slowing right down there. He's got his teammate in behind him, Jay Bowden. Brand new to the league, so welcome. Thank you, racers. It's gonna be a good one. So with a just under 2 minutes remaining in qualifying, looks like we've got a lot of cars coming out on track to see if they can take advantage of some of the conditions on this track. You know that as the cars go around, they lay down a sheet of rubber so you get a little bit more traction. See if the lap times will start to increase. You don't have much time to do it. Looks like they're certainly gonna try. I love the Mike just coming across the line there. Doesn't look like he betters his time. Cabello's in fourth, decides he's gonna hop into the pit. Maybe not enough of that. Just go around there. That's the Merc of Kingsley. Kingsley currently in 8th position and does not better his time. We've got McLaren's coming up. Super Squid in 3rd. Crosses the line and pushes himself up into 2nd. Well done to the Super Squid. And then we've got his teammate Jay Bowden coming across. Currently has himself in 5th position, pushes himself up into 4th. So, on that last lap, the 2 McLarens gain another position each. Across the line there is that we've got one of the Ferraris. Like that's RKA. Doesn't better his time. Still currently sitting as provisional pole. We're looking at the Duff Man here. Duffman has himself in 9th place and will continue to stay in 9th. It looked like Love the Mike was coming across the line and has pushed Robbo down into 7th by less than 1/10 of a second between those 2 racers. We've got a car off. Looks like one of the Mercs is off. Sector 2. Doesn't seem to slow anybody down. That was the McLaren of Jay Bowden. Jay Bowden. So as we round down with this qualifying session, again, I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight. This is the Global E Armchair Racing Network Society. As we will wrap up on qualifying, so whoever's left out on the track will get an opportunity to finish this lap. As Watson knocks RKA into 2nd position right at the very end of qualifying. RKA will have an opportunity, it looks like, to set another time. So how are we doing with MB pits? The other Mercedes of Kingsley down into the pit, so that is everybody finishing up for qualifying. Super Squid will finish 3rd, so that's Watson, RKA, Super Squid, followed by his teammate Jay Bowden. Cabello, Love the Mike, has Robbo, Kingsley, Duffman, MB Pitts, and Kieran Monahan starting from the back of the pack. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we will come back into this with the the race in a couple of minutes. And welcome back, everybody. Quick little break. Had a few comments on Twitch. So Robbo is saying some great times there. Robbo Ninja, some great times. Yeah, man, we were looking at some pretty quick times. And MB Pitts says got kicked out, but he has no clue why. Here we go. We're waiting for those lights to turn out. Green light, and the race is on. It's like a little bit of wheel spin from the Red Bull. Doesn't look like any damage though. Oh, we got a bit of a squeeze from the Williams, as the Alpine of Watson and RKA are just neck and neck as they go through the first. It looks like everybody is through fairly unscathed. Big clump of cars in the back there. As we've already got a few penalties on the board there, so I wonder if that's for contact. We'll check that out in a minute. Let's hop on board here with Love the Mic as he chases down Cabello for fifth place. We will have a look at what those penalties are all about. So we have a whole host of drive-through penalties there. Not quite sure what they've done to get a drive-through. And it looks like they've all cleared off the board. So we had those street cars got to drive through, maybe jumping the lights there, have gone in and cleared off those penalties. Looks like we've got an issue down in Sector 1. Seems to have sorted itself out. Looking at the two McLarens of Jay Bowden and Super Squid. This may be the team to beat. Let's see that MB Pitts is back in. I think he was kicked out of the kicked out for some reason, and we don't know why. Watson sending the fastest lap so far. So I guess we'll sit back, relax, enjoy this. If anybody has any questions or comments, I will be here all night to answer them best I can. Looks like we've got another incident down in Sector 3. That looks like it's Kieran Monahan having a bit of an off there, as Jay Bowden. It Bowden's the fastest first sector. He's setting some times here, but his teammate is right behind him. Not sure if these guys have raced before together, but looks like we've got some pretty good teamwork here. Super Squid just tucking in behind Jay Bowden. Gonna take advantage of some of that slipstream. Issue with that, though, is the car tends to lose a little bit of downforce. As you turn the wheel, the front tires don't tend to bite as much. They start to skid across the track. That's when you get excessive tire wear, and that could be a disadvantage. Not quite sure. We're expecting a two-stopper here. Those of the racers who've started on soft tires will move to the mediums. Those who started on the mediums, we'd suspect that they'll go over to the softs. Not expecting any hard tires unless, of course, there are incidents early in the race which may warrant switching over to hard tires. Those of you who are not familiar with Formula One, there are essentially 5 compounds of tires, 3 of which are typically used in a race. You have soft tires, which are the fastest. They get the stickiest, the quickest, but they also tend to wear out the quickest. And we have the mediums, touch slower, tend to last a little bit longer. And then the hard tires, which is the hardest compound, takes a little bit of time to warm those bad boys up. But once they do, they tend to last a little bit longer. So it's not all about just driving around in circles. There is definitely some strategy to this sport, of which I'm sure we'll see tonight. The other 2 compounds of tires we're not expecting to use tonight, so those would be the intermediates and the full wet tires. Typically only see those in the rain, typically. So far, a pretty clean race, I will say. As we went through our testing season, saw some incidents behind safety cars, so on and so forth. But so far, everybody got through fairly cleanly. Here we see up on the screen, we've got Jay Bowden and Super Squid swapping places. Bravo and Has swapping places. So no real big winners or big losers so far. So that is fairly indicative of a clean, close race. Again, we've got these... There we've got Jay Bowden, first McLaren into the pit. 6 laps on a set of soft tires. Maybe we're looking at a 2-stopper for those for him. So that'll let Super Squid, Cabello, Love the Mic, and Robbo out. So that is Jay Bowden coming out. Super quick pit stop coming out onto the yellow sidewalled medium tires. George, they're saying on Twitch that the McLarens are staying close. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we heard after the race tonight that these 2 drivers have raced as a team before. Well, we'll keep our eye on the Super Squid here. Not playing games. See if he goes into the pit, and he would then tuck in behind Jay Bowden, and again, they're playing that train game, you know, where one of them takes advantage of the other one, cutting through that air, and you can gain time by doing so. So there we go, just as almost textbook. There's Super Squid going into the pit. Got RKA, looks like, going into the pit. Love the Mic into the pit. pit, so that's everybody out. As I said, where's the other McLaren? Jay Bowden, or Bowden. Correct me if I'm wrong. There we go, just in front of his teammate. So, almost like they planned it. Currently, we've got Watson up in the lead. Hasn't taken a pit stop, followed by Cabello. We've got Robbo after that. It's a fucking good camera shot. There we go. There's Robbo. Followed by the Ferrari of RKA. Down 2 positions. Fresh tires. Got Jay Bowden, his partner Super Squid. Then we've got Haz in the Alfa Romeo. Love the mic. I'll come around the bend here. Thank you. Kingsley. Duffman sitting in 10th position, the last of the points. MB Pitts had a drive-through right at the very beginning, and then we've got Kieran Monahan changing the front wing, putting on some hard tires. That's a big ask for those hard tires to go to the end of the race, so we'll expect him to have another pit. Got Haz with a penalty. That's likely track limits. Let's have a look and see what that's all about. There we go. Penalties. Yeah, so that's 3 seconds for Haz. Likely track limits. We've got 8 seconds worth of penalties for Cabello. So if these guys are watching, love the mic in Robbo. We've got an 8-second advantage over top of Cabello. Currently, everybody but Kingsley and Duffman has taken their first pit stop, so based on the math, if they're going in around an 8-stop first stint on a soft tire, looks like these guys, for the majority, will be looking at a 2-stop strategy. Remember, in all of the other races that we've seen at Gear, there is a strong likelihood of a pit car, or not a pit car, a safety car, which will, here's an RKA with a fast lap. So that will bunch the pack up, maybe give some of the racers an opportunity for a cheap pit stop. Oh no, as we flipped over to Robbo, who's getting real close to Love the Mic, and looks like he just lost the back end. Spun around and was fortunate just to hit the back of that car. Got Kingsley with a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. Can't see any damage on that Red Bull. I think he just hit the wall in the perfect spot, right in the back of the car where there's all kinds of structure. You know, these cars, as you know, for multi-million-dollar machines, are quite fragile. You hit in the wrong spot, and there goes a front wing. And once these cars lose their downforce, they are like riding a, I don't even know, grease pig. Let's call it that. We'll call it a grease pig. Why not, Kenny? So let's hop on board with Duffman. It's like he is transparent like a ghost. Not sure if he's had an issue. If I'm having an issue, it could be a flashback or something. But it looks like that is little to no damage for Robbo, because he has just flown by the pit entry. He's gonna carry on after that little bit of a shunt there. Currently, after 10 laps, we've got Watson, RKA, Jay Bowden, Super Squid, Cabello, Love the Mic, Robbo, Duffman up into 8th, Haz, Kingsley, MB Pitts, and Kieran Monahan. Looks like everybody's kind of spacing out a little bit. Still on 25 laps, so still lots of racing to go. But RKA and Watson, these two guys will start to battle, and it looks like the McLaren of Jay Bowden is making time up on both of them. So we'll stick around and we'll watch this as these guys bunch up. After saying that, it looks like Love the Mic is gaining time on Cabello too. In behind there, I think that's the Williams of Kieran Monahan. This point be down. While these guys battle it out in the front, let's have a look back here at Love the Mic. As he's chasing down Cabello. Duffman making up time on Haz too. Yeah, that transparent car. We'll have to find out what's going on with the Duffman there. He may be having some issues. Gets a little bit sideways there, but able to hold on. Well done by Haz. And this is the thing with Formula One. You've got 1,000 horsepower pretty much sitting underneath your right foot, and if you squeeze that pedal too hard, that car will scream, and the back end will just slip out from under you. Got MB Pits with a 3-second track warning. Track limits warning, penalty, track limits penalty. Hello. I would like to thank everybody for joining me and joining us tonight at the Global E Armchair Racing. This is Formula One. This is what all the racers strive for. We're looking at Haz chasing down the back of Robbo. Did see Robbo take a bit of a hit into the wall. Maybe he is carrying some damage. Mind you, he is on those yellow marked medium tires, so you'd think that has a bit of an advantage over him. I don't know if he wants to spend too much time battling. He's gonna slow them both down. Got Love the Mic going up into 5th position. Here we go. Here comes Haz going down the inside of Robbo. Has that DRS open. Oh, Robbo tried for the cutback, and it looks like he got a little bit squirrely and ended up into the wall. And again, he may have got lucky with that one. I didn't see any damage to that car. But he may be thinking about a pit stop now at this point. Let's flip back up to the top of the order here. We do have a safety car coming out onto the track. So, for those of you that are new to Formula One, the safety car will come out. These cars will slow down. You see Watson heading into the pit. This is a bit of a cheap pit stop. We've got RKA heading into the pit as well. So that is Jay Bowden going to go past the pit lane, and his teammate Super Squid will also. So they will take the lead of this race. Wait for them to pick up on the safety car. So essentially what ends up happening, for those of you who are new to Formula One, new to the world of racing, the safety car will come out, or the pace car as it's called in some places, and all of the cars will have to stay behind the safety car. Obviously, it drives a little bit slower. In the real world, the cars tend to bunch up, get a big pack together, so it leaves all kinds of clear track for marshals to run up and pick up or sweep up any debris. So, just because you're going at a slower speed in these cars doesn't mean that it's less concentration. We have seen in the past incidents under safety car, and it's not just here at Gear, it's in the real world as well. These cars can be trickier, believe it or not, to drive at slower speeds. Remember, the faster they cut through the air, the more those little fins and doodads that hang off the side of the car. Essentially work the opposite of an airplane. So instead of pulling the airplane up into the air, these cars are squished down into the ground. Don't think it's ever been tested, but we've all seen that one movie. Was that with Sylvester Stallone, where he was able to drive a Formula One? I think it was an Indy car, upside down through a tunnel. It'd probably be super cool to do, but scary as ghosts. So we'll take this opportunity to thank everybody for joining us tonight. My name is Kenny Lemons, and this is the Global E Armchair Racing Formula One edition, the Wednesday night sprints. So if you're looking to get in on some of this action, and we've got MB Pitts out of the race. Unfortunate. That leaves the single Mercedes of Kingsley to try and snatch as many points. This is the first race of this sprint series, and it will be important to catch or to snag as many points as possible. What happened there? Got a penalty for Jay Bowden. And he gets a drive-through penalty. Oh no, that will play into the hands of his teammate, but not play into the hands of the team. And if I remember right, he will have to wait until the safety car has cleared the track for him to take this drive-through penalty. So that'll push him all the way to the back of the pack. That is not great timing. Got a few penalties on the board. Looks like most of those are for track limits, so the stewards will call a penalty if the cars have 4 tires outside of the white lines. Again, those of you who are new to Formula One, I'm not sure if who's watching, if you're down with the Formula One kind of thing. See the cars kind of wiggle around there. It's like, oh, Kenny, why are they all crazy wiggling around like that? Well, the laws of friction in physics. This will keep heat in the tires, as we saw Watson almost tap the back of Super Squid there. Like I say, concentration. Still have to concentrate, even though they're at slower speeds. Still lots of concentration. Doesn't look like the safety car is in this lap. And it is. So we are back to racing. Looks like we've got the Watson and the Alpine getting in around Super Squid. Oh no, another big incident. Oh no, between the Ferrari looked like that was Haas and the McLaren of Super Squid. Now we've got Jay Bowden, the other McLaren, still has a drive-through penalty, so this has fallen into the hands of Watson. I will mention that the Global E Armchair Racing does have a world-class, so that's Haas getting past Love the Mic as well. Bravo's brought himself back up into 6th place. So I was saying we do have a world-class group of stewards, so any penalties or incidents that were not picked up or were picked up that you feel are invalid by the gate, we can delete those penalties. So if it's getting closer to the end of the race, you may not want to go into the pit and take some of those timed penalties. So there we go. That's Jay Bowden heading into the pit for his drive-through penalty. Got to make sure he slows it right down. Don't want to get a speeding penalty. So you can get a speeding penalty as well. So that's Watson, Cabello. Looks like Love the Mike will get by. Has Bravo, Kingsley, RKA will not get by as he's in the pit too. And then Jay's teammate of Super Squid getting past, Duffman getting past. That is unfortunate for Jay. Moved all the way down from first into ninth, where those two McLarens at one point were leading this race are now sitting in 7th and 9th position. Got Watson way out front. Cabello has in third. We're looking at Love the Mike, who is just tucked in behind Has there. So you can see that it looks like Has is transparent. That means he is a ghost. That car can drive straight through him. This is the one thing, can't do that in real life. Means that there has been some technical issues where he has either paused the game, lost connection, or otherwise something catastrophic. The general rule in here is if it happens a few times during a race and it looks like it may be on purpose, because there is a case to be made that you can gain an advantage as a ghost, that racer will be disqualified. And it looks like at that point Has unghosted. Cabello. What is going on? Okay, so at about halfway through, we've got Watson, Has, Cabello, Love the Mike, Bravo up into 5th, Kingsley, Super Squid, Duffman, Jay Bowden, RKA, and Kieran Monahan. It's like the closest race on track is this battle for 3rd place between Cabello and Love the Mike. While these guys fight it out a little bit, we'll likely see Bravo come back up into play here. As Kieran Monahan is getting lapped there, he will turn into a ghost. So it's one of those things that the leader can essentially, the guy on the car on the leading lap will essentially just drive through that ghosted car. It's like 50% of the cars have already taken 2 stops. So that's Love the Mike on a set of hard tires. Might be a bit of an ask for those things to go all the way to the end, but he's going to try and eke him out for as long as he can. Throw on some fresh, soft tires and gain a little bit of time on his competitors. Picked it up here with the 2 McLarens, Super Squid and Jay Bowden. Oh, we've got another issue. Oh, it looks like, who was that? Is that Duffman? Yeah, it looks like Duffman had a little bit of an off there up in Sector 1. As these two McLarens are coming up in behind Kingsley. Final Mercedes in the race, so we don't want these guys to get tangled up, or he doesn't want to get tangled up with these two McLarens, because that'll take the Mercs right out of the race here, and that'll be a no points finish for them. So it's a little bit of strategy here. We know that Super Squid and Jay were very quick in qualifying. Does Kingsley want to take his chances and fight these two cars for position on hard tires, where these guys are both on fresher medium tires? I know what I do, but I don't predict. Well, I do a little bit of predictions, but I won't predict what's gonna happen here. There we go. There's Super Squid getting past. Tucks to the inside, makes that look real easy. His teammate tucks in behind. Goes through the ghosted car of Kingsley. So, that pushes Super Squid and Jay up in the 5th and 6th respectively. Starting to chase down Robbo, who has chased down Watson and is less than a quarter of a second behind. We are on board with a 4th place Red Bull of Robbo chasing down the 3rd place Watson. Wow, I love the Mike. Up 4 positions. And Cabello up 4 positions. See the back end of that Red Bull looks like it's a little bit slippery there. We've seen that before tonight too, where it just squirts out from behind him on the hard tires, which don't have as much grip as fresh, soft tires. See that 10 times quick. It's like a delicious cheese sandwich. Farther back, we've got Haas. Looks to go to the inside, thinks twice. Oh, a little bit loose through that corner, but doesn't lose too much time as he fights down the 5th place Jay Bowden. All over the back of him, had to slam on the brakes, it looks like. Oh, that's because we have a safety car out on the track. So, again, bit of an incident. Looks like that Super Squid. Oh no. Super Squid has had an incident on track and has been knocked out of this race. That was bound to be a serious points haul for McLaren, but that will play into the hands of these two racers right here. Love the Mike and Robbo, both in those Red Bulls. Leading this race, he does have a penalty. And then the Alpine of Watson. Alright, so here's Cabello picking up the safety car. We should see some of the cars dipping into the pit lane. Unfortunate, that's RKA getting a 5-second penalty, trying to take advantage of this cheap pit stop. Ends up collecting 5 seconds to be added to his race time or served in the pit lane. So these cars will bunch up. So again, I just kind of assume that the people who are listening or watching aren't super familiar with Formula One. So when I say a cheap pit stop, it's not like these guys have to pay money for it. In fact, it's the other way around. They get paid a heck of a lot in real life. these racers here do it for pride, love, posters. Oh no, and that's Cabello going off underneath the safety car, trying to keep those tires warm, and picked up a whole lot of gravel. But what I'm saying when I mean by a cheap pit stop is, as opposed to driving down the pit lane at 300 kilometers an hour, these guys have to stay at safety car speed. So when you duck in to the pit, you take your pit stop and you come back out. These guys are going about half pace, so it still takes you the same amount of time, but you don't lose as much track position when you go into the pit under safety car. I will say that with 12 laps remaining in this race and a safety car here, I believe this is played into the hands of the Red Bulls. Looking for some pretty serious points here tonight. Everybody minding the pace, staying nice and clean. That's what we like to see. So it looks like Kieran Monahan is tucked up into the crocodile of cars here, where in normal circumstances this lap car would be waved past the pack to get rip around the track and come and join this train as the caboose. We're not quite sure what's going to happen here. That's up to the in-game race control. Okay, so Cabello is now the defuncto safety car. Oh, got real close there. See, tries to keep those tires warm, looking for the safety car line. There it is. We've got green flag racing. Watson's going to the inside of Cabello. Makes a place on Duff, and then loses the place on Duffman, and then gains the place on Duffman. So we're looking at RKA here. See, chases down that McLaren of Jay Bowden. Love the Mike gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So the way it stands there, that'll push Robbo up into second. As Watson sets a fastest lap, has the time penalty, a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Has Sealander has on the Twitch saying, "Let's go, it's exciting." This has been a fantastic race to watch. I know about you guys at home watching on the feeds and stuff like that, whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook Live. This has been one heck of a good race. Clean for the most part. Very exciting. This is the caliber of racing that we have come to expect and love from Gear, as Haz is all over the back of that Red Bull, and that McLaren came up pretty darn quick. Looks like this will be a fight for the next 9 laps between these cars here. Looks like trying to go to the outside, as is around Robbo, and he's able to make that pass stick. Now Robbo's got that McLaren tucked in behind him. We know Jay Bowden's pretty fast as well. As it looks like everybody got through there fairly clean, but getting past Robbo. Racers realize we're coming down to the end of this. We don't have a lot of laps remaining, and where you might bide your time earlier in the race, these guys are really going to push. But this is where we see incidents. I didn't mean to predict it, but I predicted it. Got a yellow. That's a car off in sector 2. That looks like that might be Robbo off in sector 2. Not quite sure what happened there. We'll have to inquire with the stewards at the end of the race. But as I was saying, I mean, competition is fierce, and when you come down to the end of the race, it's all about the points, especially the first points, or the first race of the series. Every point is like a little gold nugget. Oh no, and that's Haz hitting that immovable object. And that's Haz out of the race. Unfortunate for him, because he was really pressing, and we will have a safety car out onto track. So I hope it didn't jinx it, but Sealander Haz saying wow, wowie, wowie zowie. But again, I mean, this is kind of what you what we expect from the competitive nature of these drivers. They know they want points, but I think it was our Mr. Schumacher who said, "You're gonna finish first you gotta finish." So that is currently 3 out of 12 cars have retired from this race. Means that everybody who finishes the race this afternoon will likely score points. Not likely, will score points. So we'll pick it up with Watson as he drives around the track waiting to pick up the safety car. We've got some penalties there, so looks like all of those stay the way they are without and then we've got Kingsley with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the pit car. So that's Watson. He's gonna pop into the pit, change off of these medium tires. That'll let Cabello by with 7 laps remaining in the race. That's that may be a track position. He will have to weave his way through all kinds of cars to gain that place or those places back if these guys don't pit. Mind you, we do have some penalties that we'll have to tend to after the race. But this is racing. Got Hez on Twitch saying he expects him to leave some room on the track. Yeah, you know what we see it in most of the online racing, as we roll through the series, the nerves start to settle down a little bit, start to gain some of that situational awareness. There are going to be mistakes made by drivers in the first few iterations of this series. I mean, it is to be expected, but as we move through time, what I've seen, and I feel very confident in saying, is by the fourth race will look a lot different than the first race. This race, in fact, looks a lot different than our kind of testing series. And the racing's only going to get better. I know it's tough. I know it's a tough deal. You know, fortunately there is no rewind button in this particular game. Well, there is, but not tonight. Tough night, I know. So with 5 laps remaining in the race, we'll have at least one more lap under safety car. Hopefully we'll get 4 more laps of racing. So we pull up some of the tire information here. So what we will expect to see is Watson on a brand new set of soft tires will be quicker than the cars in front of him with older and harder compounds. We've got another incident under safety car. So yeah, collision between Love the Mic and RKA. Racers, remember, if you're listening to me, which I would advise not to while you're trying to race here, if there were incidents that you believe were unfair, we can always remove those after the race. Got a few penalties popping up on the board here, so ignoring yellow flags was one of them. Yeah, if you have some footage, please submit it to the stewards. As I've said, we do have a world-class stewarding team here. We do look at the incidents. The one thing that we do require is we require some proof, and that proof comes in video. Can't just go on, you're a nice guy and stuff, but we can't just go on the word of the drivers. But if you have some video, or you can solicit some video from your fellow racers, the stewarding team will definitely have a look and judge that against our rules. So we've got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision. It's like guys maybe getting tired. Instead, it's a lot of concentration. We're starting to see some incidents under safety car. We've got another little tag here, so that's Kieran Monahan with the 5 seconds. And my apologies, we are green flag racing. But did have some incidents under safety car. So this is Cabello. Looks like what was that? Not quite sure what's happening to Cabello there. Looks like he's slowed right down. We've got some ghosts going through. Getting past Jay Bowden. Got another incident in sector 2. Let's just pick it up with our race leader, Watson. As I said before the safety car, he has the freshest tires, so we knew he would be quick. Followed by Robbo, Jay Bowden, Duffman up into 4th place. Kingsley, Love the Mic, RK, that's Cabello, the DNF, retired from this race, and then Kieran Monahan, who will move himself up into 8th place. So I have some penalties on the board, so that looks like that was Kingsley with a drive-through. He may have just served that because he's down to 3 seconds now. With 3 laps remaining, we've got Jay Bowden just getting past Robbo, push himself up into 2nd place. Well done to Jay. He's been up at the top, back in the back, made his way through all kinds of traffic and has found himself up into 2nd place. Robbo not too far behind him. Got the Duffman not too far in behind him, and then Kingsley has just been passed by RKA 25. Let's have a look here at RKA. Yeah, solid race from RKA up at the top. Had a bit of an incident. Pushed him back well down the pack and has made his way back up into 5th. He's got to claw back 13 seconds on the Duffman. So we realize that Duffman has a 6 second penalties. Watson sets the fastest lap of the race. Got another yellow flag in sector 2. That might be Love the Mic. So with 2 laps remaining, have 4 cars retired from the race, and that leaves Watson in the lead, followed by Jay Bowden, Robbo, Duffman, RK, Kingsley, Love the Mic, and Kieran Monahan. Cars are starting to put some space in between them. Might be time to just bring these puppies home. Looks like Watson is gaining time on Jay. Jay gaining a little bit of time on Robbo. Duffman just kind of hanging in the old holding pattern in behind Robbo. I'd say a fantastic race by Duffman. Pushes himself up 6 positions to claim 4th place if the race was to end the way it is right now. They come around on the penultimate lap. We're looking at Watson, current leader of the race. Got another issue. Looks like it's Williams off the track in sector 2. Cars look like they've just gained some space on each other. They're just going to take it nice and easy. As easy as you can, driving 300 kilometers an hour. And just bring this home. We're currently looking at our race leader. Stay on board with him as he takes this sequence of left hand and then a right-hander, and will, barring any incidents, take the checkered flag here at the first race of the Wednesday night sprints. That is Watson. Well done to Watson. Second place, Jay Bowden. Well done. Got Robbo gonna come around the line, take 3rd place. Well done to Robbo. Duffman in 4th. RKA will finish in 5th. Kingsley in 6th. Love the Mic in 7th. Kieran Monahan in 8th. Tough race for Cabello has Super Squid and MB Pitts. Like to thank everybody for joining me here tonight. Global E Armchair Racing. I am Kenny Lemons. I think at this point, I will say goodnight. We'll throw it back over to a little bit of a pre-production, and then we'll fade to black. Again, I thank everybody for joining me. Have yourselves a fantastic evening.